So how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to go over some reasons as to why I think GTA 5 and GTA 5 Online is so popular and how the game has had such a long lifespan compared to other games. So if you are to compare this game to other games out there on the market now, just as an example, Call of Duty. They have a game that comes out every year, and as soon as that new game comes out, bang, the other game is pretty much dead, everyone jumps ship and goes straight on to the next one. But with GTA, it's not the case. This game has been out since September the 17th, 2013. So it's nearly 4 years that the game has been out for now, and people still come back, still play it, and the game is just living on and on and on. And the question that I asked myself the other day is, why is it like that, and how is it that the game has lived for so long? Well, the first thing is the attention to detail in the game. So when you're driving around the world, either on GTA 5, the story mode, or online, the amount of detail that's in the game is ridiculous, even from the tiny little things like the cracks in the roads and the way that the cars perform over certain terrains, to the massive things like the actual detailing of the world itself, all the textures, how much stuff is actually in the game. I just personally think it's absolutely insane how much stuff they've managed to fit into a game whilst keeping it very, very high quality. Like the detailing of everything around the city is the same all over the whole map. No matter where you go on the map, the quality is exactly the same. So if you're in the city and you go to Sandy Shores, the detailing of all the textures and the buildings is identical to the city. Nothing changes, there's no drops in any quality literally anywhere on the map. So I think when people do come and play this game, they're like, wow, this game is insane, and no matter where you go, it just looks beautiful. And another thing I want to address is the amount of content that's been released. So obviously there's loads and loads of races, then you've got stunt races, missions, challenges, parachute jumps, adversary modes, the list goes on. And if you were to look at them, there is so many of them. There's pages and pages and pages of content that we've got to choose from. And I know Rockstar have released a lot of content that is classed as downloadable content throughout the years, but we've never had to pay for it. Now, some people will argue that case where you have to now buy shark cards to afford the items, and I can understand where you're coming from if you're a completely casual player and you don't have that much money. But if you go out there and you play with a few people, take advantage of like the double RP and double cash missions, every opportunity that you get to earn money in free roam challenges that pop up or doing missions. There is now so many options on how to earn money, including all the businesses that have come out. You can absolutely rake it in as long as you know the good methods on how to do it, and there's plenty of guides online as to find a way to make good money. Go out there, check them out, and you will start making good money, and therefore ends up making you able to now buy new vehicles, new items and stuff like that. And once you get these new items in the game, it opens up more things to do, so therefore there's more playtime for you. So I think that's very clever the way Rockstar have done that. They've developed it in a way where if you work and earn the items in game, it gives you more things to do, so it keeps you coming back, which is a very, very clever way of doing it. Now, if you don't really like playing the game all that much, but you are a creative person, then you have the option to go on the Rockstar editor or the content creator. Now, you can go on there, you can make missions, death matches, races and stunt races, or on the Rockstar editor. You know, if you're very, very clever, you can direct like movies on there. There's so many online now that people have made that are actually very, very good. So you can make them on there, then export them to your computer and add in more sound effects and stuff like that, add in cutscenes that you've made yourself. It's ridiculous. Like there's a very, very creative side to Rockstar editor and the content creator if you're that type of person. So there's another sort of lane that you can take if just playing the game isn't 100% your thing. And we can't forget about the story mode. The quality of the story mode, in my opinion, is insane. From the graphics to the character models, the way people move, the stuff that happens in the actual in-game world, like the random events, it's ridiculous. And then the actual storyline itself that you play as the three characters is ridiculous. You get the option to switch between Michael, Trevor and Franklin. That's a new addition to the Grand Theft Auto series that they really didn't have in previous ones, so there's another addition. Some people say GTA 4 and San Andreas were the better story modes, and I can't argue that case because that's all down to personal preference. But for me, the GTA 5 story mode was the best by a long shot. And as I covered previously, the constant updates that keep coming out, and I'm not going to go over it again, but obviously with the people say you have to buy shark cards or you can just grind it out. So constant updates. The game has been out, like I said, since September the 17th of 2013, and we're still getting new content every couple of months and the odd little bit here and there every other week or so. But the game itself, just the actual in-game items, like even down to the radio stations and the detailing of the world, They've put so much effort in, you can't talk bad about them. And I've seen so many people out there on previous videos that I've made saying, oh my god, you're still making GTA videos, the game's dead. Well, that's not the case, because to start with, you're coming back to YouTube and searching up GTA 5 and watching Grand Theft Auto videos, so it can't be that dead if you're still coming back to watch it. That doesn't make sense to me. And I know the game has been released on certain consoles. It's been on the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and the PC. So yes, if you've had a few of them consoles or platforms, you have had to purchase the game again, but you've never had to pay for additional content on the game, which is something that I praise Rockstar for so much. I think that that's really good of them. They haven't brought out a season pass every year that the game has been out and then you have to update it at the end of the year. Nothing like that. They make the content. Obviously they do make a lot of money from shark cards, so that keeps them, that's their incentive to keep making content, because they know they're going to make cash off it, which is understandable. They are a business at the end of the day, but they're making money through shark cards and microtransactions. But they do regularly put deals and discounts on in-game items, which is good of them. They don't have to do that, but they choose to do it, which I think is just a really good thing that Rockstar are doing. So, long story short, to break down what I've just went through, the amount of detail that goes into the game is insane. That's a thumbs up from me. The amount of content that we had from the start compared to the amount of content now that we have, there's been so much added. You cannot fight against them on that case. They have added so much stuff into the game. If you're creative, you've got the Rockstar editor and the content creator. You can share it with the community, get feedback and upgrade previous versions of maps that you've made on missions, or you can go out there and make mini movies. The lifespan of the game in general compared to other games, it absolutely knocks them out the water. This game's been going for nearly 4 years and it still gets played so much, it's unreal. Loads of updates that keep coming out, new content, new things in the game for online that we can do, so it freshens it up a bit, and then we get a few more months of good gameplay where we can do new and different things. It's such a versatile game. When you're just driving around the world, you can make things happen. If you get in a car and just drive about, stuff's not going to happen to you. You might get the odd funny moment with a pedestrian here or there, but if you're with some friends and you go out and do things, if you think, right, let's all, just as an example, let's all get monster trucks and try and race up to the top of Mount Chiliad. It's just fun. Use your head, make things happen, and it will be a fun game to play. And the story mode, which you can't forget, is absolutely insane in my opinion. I love it so much. Every GTA game that's come out, they've increased and made it better. They don't just reskin the same game like other games do, which I respect Rockstar for doing that. They make a game from scratch and they make it absolutely insane. They've done a very good job. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. I just had to give some reasons as to why I think GTA is such a good game and why it is still living on to this day. So thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like it. Also, let me know your opinions on what I've just said down in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new for more content coming very soon. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.